All right, you all come in. Let me pull my shirt up. Come in, hit that like and share button. I'm just relaxing on this great Friday night and reading as I always do over the local news and what's happening in the economy. Let's see who's rocking with me on a Financial Freedom Friday. Who's in the house? It's a lot of great events going on this weekend, but come on in. Hit that like and share button in spite of, and let's focus on your finances simultaneously as you enjoy your weekend. I want to bring to your attention some things that you may or may not be aware of. And if you're not aware of these things, I'm going to tell you why you need to be very cautious. These moving, how you move going into 2022, how you move for the rest of this year. 2022 is almost to an end. So we have to be careful during these holiday times. If you don't know, holidays are also high and in the suicidal rate and things of that nature. And a lot of it is tied to not only just missing your loved ones around these times and days, but also the economic pressure to spend in the holidays, to spend right, and not meeting your bills or ends meet, but the economic pressure of getting gifts to your loved ones that a lot of people take on, which they shouldn't, but they do. And so you out again. Hello, no sound. I don't know what's going on. My sound should be good on this end. Let me make sure my plug is plugged. Give me 1 second. Let me check somewhere else. My sound? Yeah, my sound is showing good. I just checked. Carolyn, check on your end. My sound should be good. You all coming in. Someone else, let me know. Give me a sound check. Um, Let me know how the sound is for you all, and if it's just the other viewer. Also, you all, let me know what city and state that you are tuning in from as well. Carolina, let me know if it's just you. I just did a sound check on my other screen and it was showing the sound was good. So let me know if it's just something on your end. I'm always fixing my hair on this live stream. All right, maybe that's it. So let me know if it's just something on your end and everybody else. Give me some feedback. Let me know if you all can hear me. I don't want to be talking and you cannot hear me. I don't have anything on mute, so the sound should be good. I don't have anything on mute, so the sound should be good. All right, so let's get into this. Okay, good, thanks. All right, so here's how much U.S. households will pay to heat their homes this winter. I told you all a harsh economic winter is coming. People are already thinking about Christmas trees. Unfortunately, they're not thinking about this. Halloween is not even here yet, neither is Thanksgiving. And that just show you the power of how businesses, big businesses, market to people to get them to pay attention on spending their money in months ahead. And people, I say this with all due respect, it is mostly the people that's struggling financially, that's living paycheck to paycheck, that do the most spending during holiday seasons. And we have to stop that generational trend. Listen, well, 55%, I had to look back at my whiteboard, of black households have less than $500 in savings, right? 55% of black households have less than $500 people in savings. And we have people that's already before Halloween and Thanksgiving even hit, talking about putting up Christmas trees and decorations. The power. Now, if you say, well, Queen, I'm just recycling, put on my old tree, I'm not spending money on the new tree. Okay, that's fine, right? But at some point, people are already spending money on Christmas, and that's just the power of subliminal marketing and not having a financial education and knowing the strategy of big businesses. That's what they want you to do. Big businesses and religion is more money than Silicon Valley, is a big financial profit. Services. I believe that being a hope dealer is worse than being a dope dealer, right? I believe that giving people hope without a strategy, without a plan, just tithing 10% alone is not going to make you better off financially, especially if you don't know what to do with the other 90%. People, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's have an honest, open conversation. If tithing alone, if tithing, giving 10%, will make people richer and wealthier, we'll have more rich and wealthy people that attend church on Sundays than financially struggling people. And I promise you, there's nothing wrong with giving to what gives back to you, because Luke 6:38 simply says, "Give and it shall be given." Someone just sent me a cash app for a YouTube live stream. But the issue is when you don't know what to do with the 90%, or when you get an increase from your giving, when you don't know how to multiply or manage that money that you're giving, that you receive, as most churches would qualify or say as the blessing. Right? Hello, po boy. Thank you for checking in. Be safe out there in those streets. So let's get into this. More U.S. households will see more than a 25% um, rise in cost to heat their homes. And this is Market Watch. Americans will face a tough winter, with one government agency warning that most households will see a sharp increase in heating costs this year as natural gas prices look to post their largest yearly percentage people gain in 17 years. So U.S. households that primarily use natural gas to heat their homes, listen, will likely spend an average of $931 this winter. Now, let me go in to say why this is a very, very serious and big deal. Now, this will run until October to March. It's going to be up 28% from last winter, people, 28%. According to Energy Information Administration's Winter Fuels Outlook, this was released October the 20th. Natural gases are nearly 73% higher this year, on track for the largest percentage people since 2005. Family, you all have to have a recession-proof plan. You have to have a recession-ready plan. I'm going to be honest, I plan some events, some recreational events, and for this month in November. But for me, that's about to stop. I'm not trying to be just all business, but also I am being very selective with my finances, especially during this stretch. I want to drop some more inflation numbers on you, and I want you to know why people are losing on average $5,000 this year and annually, and will lose just due to inflation. Here's the breakdown of inflation for this year, 2022. Now, this is CNBC reference. Food at work or school is up 91%. Airfare is up 42.9%. Pipe gas utility is up 33.1%. Butter, these are essential groceries that people cook with on almost a daily basis or use. Butter is up 32.2%. Eggs, a very inexpensive protein food item, is up 30.5%. Health insurance is up 28.2%. Public transportation is up 27.1%. Energy is up 27.1%. 19%. Gasoline of all types, right? Regular, mid-grade, um, premium is up 18.2%. Everything is up in inflation except most people income. Poultry is up 17.2%. Electricity, then I just showed you natural gas is going to be increased 26%. Poultry is up 17.2%. Electricity 15.5%. Milk 15.2%. Food at home 13%. I don't know about you all, but if you eat poultry is up 17.2%. If you go to any like Rick Ross has the wings joint, right? You get 5 wings right now, maybe, especially flats with the drums. That's going to be all of $12, $13 probably if you get it in a combo package. Tax preparation and accounting up 10.8%. Fruits and vegetables up 10.4%. Car insurance up 10.3%. Used cars up 7.2%. Rent is up 6.7%. While you all are watching this live stream, I want you to make a mind message connection. I want you to drop in the comment section. What changes or adjustments have you made to help fight inflation? Have you downgraded your vehicle? Right? What areas have you adjusted into to fight inflation? Even if you're watching on the replay, right? Medical care services up 6.5%. Alcoholic beverages away from home up 5.8%. Apparel up 5.5%. Daycare and preschool up 5.1%. This is inflation. Food at work or school, 91.4%. Gas, 33. Gasoline, 18. Energy, 19.8. And this is, people, I guess the most sad part about it is that $450 a month increase in your income will help combat this $5,000 annually inflation. And this is why I have credit and cash flow for you to text, because most people, about 70% of the people I help, have gotten through my strategies of using tax strategies and CPAs by reducing the federal taxes that you're taxed out of your paycheck, have received at minimum that $450 or higher out of their paycheck from the money that they were already making. Most people cannot have a second job, or it's not profitable for them to have a second job if they have the time, because they have to pay taxes on their second job. Then they put themselves in a position where they have to cut hours on a second job because now they're owing taxes. A second job for most people also does not even bring in the $450 extra when you calculate the taxes and the time that you need to fight inflation, right? Time to start investing more. But Charles, what people first have to do before they start investing is they have to get the money to invest. You cannot grow your money until you learn how to get your money back. Get your money back. The money that you're giving away, until you learn how to inflate your paycheck or your small business. You can't grow money that you don't know how to first get back, because then there's no money to grow. People cannot invest what they first don't have. And I tell people all the time, if you are in negative or neutral cash flow, you're not even ready to begin to have an investing conversation. If you have bad credit and you're paying out high interest rates and you're paying out um, high insurance premium on your vehicle due to your bad credit score, right? You're not even ready. You're not even on the pathway. Most people think that just getting a high credit score or getting negative items off their credit profile is the answer. No, that's just the beginning step, because you're going to remain in a cycle of bad credit if you don't have positive cash flow. That's the reason why your credit is bad in the first place, because you don't have the money to make your payments on time. See, your bills are residual, but your income is linear. And unfortunately, most people live on a fixed income and a variable economy. How can you live on a fixed income when the economy is inflated? When your paycheck is not keeping up with the prices? That's as simple as I can say it. So this is where I teach people: first, get your money back. Let's put the current money you're making on steroids. And then we'll go and put the fertilizer on it and plant it in good, rich soil, investing assets, so that it can now be multiplied and grow. I saw this on TikTok. Let me pull this up. I thought this was a very powerful video that explained that message. And let me log into my TikTok. I very seldom log into it on my laptop. So let me find my TikTok account. While I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and cover this by Robert Kiyosaki. Robert Kiyosaki says the US dollar is toast. Because, did you all know this? Okay. I guess the dollar is toast. Did you all know this? Saudi Arabia right now wants to join BRICS. So what is BRICS? BRICS is Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, all of these nations who said, or countries rather, who said, you know what? We want out of the United States dollar. We're dumping the dollar. And so now there will be additional S, double S, as in Mississippi S, Mississippi has 4S, that's joining this movement. And so let's share and talk about that. Again, you all come in and make a mind message connection, and also support the information in the live stream by hitting the thumbs up and sharing this, whether you're on Facebook or on YouTube. So Robert Kiyosaki said the US dollar is done, is dead, is toast. I wish I could say that in another language. It's finito. It's capiche. And I don't know. US dollar, Saudi Arabia's request to join BRICS nation. All of these countries said, we're dumping the dollar. We're done with it. But you know what? If you're still getting that advice right now to stack dollars, which I'm not against having a certain amount of dollars for this recession heading into depression, because again, 55% of Black households have less than $500 saved. You first got to start having some money before you can invest it. Right? It's levels to this. You need to get your money up. You need to get your money up. If you're making 100K in New York City, you're broke. You can't survive. And also California. And there's actually people in those states who make less than that. So now is the time more than ever to get into financial services and products and share it with people so you can earn extra additional income. So he says the US dollar is gone, it's toast, it's toasted like bread on butter in a hot 425-degree oven. That's a joke, y'all. Put LOL. Come on, y'all kind of indulge me, laugh at my jokes. What do you think is funny or not? Put LOL. It's really not a LOL though, because when this hit the fan. So you all know I love teaching from Robert Kiyosaki. He's the author of the best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, and the BRICS nations are again Russia, China, India, Brazil, and South Africa. So he's back with another down warning that his 1997 book, co-authored by Sharon Letcher, has been a New York Times bestseller for over 6 years, and he tweeted this that buy U.S. dollar, Saudi Arabia officially. Oh, okay. According to his tweet, he says Saudi Arabia has officially joined, not that they want to join. Officially joined BRICS. In 1974, the US dollar became petro, meaning that it was backed by oil. We know the oil issues going on right now, as President Biden just released another 15 million of reserve oil that was supposed to be for emergencies. And I just showed you that 26% of energy from October prices to March is going to increase. So you all, come on, if you're not driving, if your hands are free, drop in the comment. I'm seeing over 275 people on this live stream. I don't see that many thumbs up. So you all hit the thumbs up. But drop in the comment, what are you doing? What are you going to do to prepare for that 26% increase of electricity? What financial services do you have to offer people in a financial crisis? A lot of people are not doing market research about the best businesses to have in a recession. And as a result, their business won't be profitable. So, South African president reportedly said on his interview at South African Broadcasting that Ben Al Saad expressed the kingdom's desire to be a part of BRICS, so it'll be a double S. The president of South Africa was quoted. Crown Prince Mohammed exposed desire to be a part of BRICS. In 2023, the BRICS summit will be held under the South African presidency, and this request will be studied. More than likely, they will allow them to join. Several countries are in contact with BRICS. Several countries are trying to join as well. We have assured them that the ascension issue will be discussed and a decision will be made. If Saudi Arabia joins BRICS, it will be a promotion to the Middle East countries to strengthen their ties with big BRICS country and weaken the intervention and influence of the United States in the area. So if this happens in 2023, which I'm 99.99% it will, this is going to be another blow to the American empire. So if you have extra cash, I'm going to tell you right now, 2 commodities, physical commodities, besides cryptocurrency, that you should be stacking, that will have assets that will outperform this inflation that I'm just telling you about. So this dollar for the United States, right? And President Putin of Russia, the BRICS economy, people, and let me show you the screen again so you can see this in black and white. They will develop their own new global reserve currency. I hope you all can see that. The BRICS economy, these nations coming together, meaning the US dollar is gone. It's right there in blue. A new global reserve currency. This is where cryptocurrency would take place. And gold and silver will be used to reset the currency system. So they will create a reserve currency in an attempt to undermine the United States dollar. And the IMF, International Monetary Fund, special drawings right. That's the SDR. So Robert Kiyosaki, has been predicting the end of the US dollar for some time. And earlier this month, he said that the United States dollar will crash by January of next year. Now, please know that by January of next year, in the first quarter of next year, the government has already announced that they are planning on releasing their Fed coin, which is a digital currency. That is not cryptocurrency. That is the government controlled own currency system that will be able to dictate everything you purchase, everything you buy. It will be the all seeing eye. It will be able to tax you correctly. No more paying cash and hiding that money under the table, right? This Fed coin will be the all seeing eye that you see on cash dollars on that pyramid. They will really have it. No more people hiding or being able to lie and manipulate on tax returns. This is the reason or the purpose or cause of adding 86,000 new IRS employees. So more news on this, right? More news on this as well, targeting the United States dollar, Russia, China, and BRICS nations plan to craft people a new international reserve currency. And guess what? It's only about three assets that's going to combat this. It's cryptocurrency, certain cryptocurrencies, gold if you can afford it. I'm preaching silver for the middle class. And unfortunately, people are buying cash value life insurance and insurance policy when all you're getting back in return is a dying dollar. I would not listen. Why cryptocurrency, gold and silver, and another commodity I'm going to tell you about? I have to get more likes up. You all give me more likes up to tell you about this other commodity. But it is outside the system. It is outside the monetary system. You do not want to be in any assets right now, any investments that's giving you cash back in return. You don't want that. You don't want that in return when it's about to be flipped and changed. When it's not, is when it's going to be crashing. That's like me selling you penny stocks that I know are going to be worthless. Queen, you told us it was going. I did. Thank you so much, Judith, for commenting and affirming that and being on the live stream. Right. And guess what? Some more breaking news about cryptocurrency. You all, there's so much I want to talk about. I don't, sometimes when I live stream, I don't know what to put in the title because I only have so much to put in there. I'm just going to start putting big economic news. Please watch, you know, and just cover the economy in whole because there's so much I want to cover and I don't have enough space to put it all in the caption or the title. But Fidelity crypto platform prepares to start offering Ethereum trading next week. Next week, people. So don't say crypto is a scam. Maybe the type of crypto that you invested in was a scam. You know, maybe you bought some pump and dump coins, but cryptocurrency is far from a scam. It is the movement into this great reset and this new financial virtual system. Another asset that if you can get it, right? And This is breaking news. It is copper. All of God's precious metals. Copper, like silver, has a global shortage. I want you all to type in the comment section whether you are watching this right now live or on the replay. Copper and silver is a global shortage. That's all I want you to type. Copper and silver is a global shortage. They're not reporting a shortage on gold because gold is not used in industrial use. It's not used for everyday use. It's not used in your electronics. It's not used in your phone batteries like silver or these new EV electronic vehicles that will happen when when gas prices hit $10 a gallon at the pump this winter, and your energy prices increase by 26%. If you all are just tuning in, I covered that at the beginning. So go back and watch the beginning of this. Watch this more than one time. Copper now supplies are dangerously low and can cover less than 5 days of global demands. Oh my God, do you all have some copper? Send it to me if you don't want it. Or tell me where I can get more of it. I remember my grandfather used to collect items like this, like copper and products and old outdated stuff, and go in, and he used to pick up cans at the same time when you used to get money excuse me, for soda cans. And so people less than 5 days. Let me cut my air on real quick and I'll go over the rest of this. I tell y'all, cut my air conditioner out, but this Versace robe is warm. It gets hot. And when I get hot, I start coughing. So let me drink some more of my 8.8 alkaline water. But yeah, less than 5 days. And people are talking about cash value stuff. It's gonna take you 30 years to become a millionaire. And you can get God's metal right now for cheap. US copper supply is low. The global commodities, less than 4 days of demand. This could shrink even further to 2.7 days at the end of this year. And, so I'm definitely, copper is an essential material that is purpose for use in machinery like silver, smartphones, EV batteries, plumbing, and even wind turbines because of the ability to effectively conduct electricity. So if I can't get the physical copper, which I would prefer, I'm definitely going to invest in copper, U.S. copper stock, right? If I can't get the physical metal, which I prefer the tangible asset, I'll just invest in stock, but I'm definitely going to look at places to get copper as well. Thank you, Judith. I'm assuming that your hands are the only one free. Copper and silver, right? Copper and silver is a global shortage. Thank you so much. So, people, this is where you see stacking silver to get gold, and it means just that. The price of silver is going to have a higher return on investment during this recession than gold will. You'll get a higher return for your money. And so you can actually stack more silver, and it'll make you a gold or a silver millionaire or multimillionaire. Depends on how much you have. Um, I love this silver. This is a 1 ounce 999 fine bullion card with silver. This is all the items on the website. They have some Halloween. This is just $30 a round. Another 1 ounce if you're a Halloween person. If you're gonna spend money on the holidays, spend money on things that's, holiday oriented, the Great Pumpkin, but it will give you an asset at the same time. The Awakening, just all types of things. Welcome to the Wall Street High, Silver Relief, Year of the Tiger, and also, if you select to become a wealth ambassador, you can get more government's money as you stack God's money. People, you can get fine silver, $10 gaming tokens for 24.97. I don't know if you all knew that if you're a person that visits the casino, oftentimes this is 0.999 silver. Um, and so you actually have gold here. We got gold maple bullions with Queen Elizabeth portrait on there, which is a big deal because accumulating anything right now with her portrait on it, money wise, because it will soon be out of print, will more than likely 10x your investments. A lot of things right now with Queen Elizabeth portrait on it is sold out just for that very reason. For that very reason, it is sold out. And so that comes in at 250. And I don't know why this came up, the octopus, but this is the 8 month October, most definitely the 8 month. And also another, I love this, the Australian Chinese myth and legends. This is another one with Queen's Elizabeth portrait on it as well, with Queen Elizabeth portrait on it. And so again, love, 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 love that as well. And you got this at $34. So anything, see, limited mint of 40,000. Again, if you become a wealth ambassador, you can get extra income. And as I told you all or showed you all earlier, people need at least an extra $450 a month just to survive inflation. And a second job for most people is not even bringing that in. By the time you add their taxes and their time, and then they file their W 2 at the end of the year for the amount of money that they tax from their second job, this is the stuff that Dave Ramsey do not teach. You're not really profitable with a second job. But if your first job is low paying and you want to start a profitable financial services business, and you're not getting enough from that first job to do it, then I would recommend get a second job just to fund your business so you can position yourself to save in the taxes from that second job and your first job. But again, I help people get that right out of their paycheck without having to work a second job. However, it depends on how much money you're making. If you're low income, which is under 50K a year, then you may have to get a second job so you can have the income to invest in a business that creates more cash flow. Also, you need to get your credit scores up. Negative credit equals negative cash flow. You can't have negative credit with positive cash flow. As long as you're in that, see, that's why just fixing your credit is not enough. That's the first start, but it's not the final start. Because if you don't have the money to keep up with your payments and your debts, you're going to get back into bad credit again. And what most people don't know is the strategy of how to convert credit into cash flow by using your credit to get assets and not liability. Right? Like this is a 2-for-1 move, for example. If you have a cashback credit card, using that credit card to get assets like silver, for example, and then you get the cash back, that's a 2-for-1. See, the goal is to get out of debt so you can get back into credit to get assets. What do you mean by that, Queen? Don't think these Fortune 500 businesses or these people that's telling you I'm multimillionaires, do not think they use their cash to get their assets. They do not. If they acquire land, large acreage, they use debt. They got a loan from the bank. If they acquire apartment houses, they use and leverage debt. because it's a smart financial move. The reason why it's smart because debt is taxed 0%. What most people don't know is taxes is the biggest stealer of wealth that there is. If you're an employee, you're taxed anywhere from 28 to 33%. If you own a small business and you earn your money through a 1099, you're taxed anywhere from 40 to 60%. Employees are taxed first, and small business or self-employed people, 1099 contractors are taxed the worst. So what you do is if you earn money, what Robert Kiyosaki teaches the four quadrants, the four-way areas in which you can earn money in. If you earn money on the E and S side, the E is for employees, S is usually for six-figure income earners, self-employed, small business owners, or specialists like doctors and lawyers, right? For that section, the more money that they make, the more that the government takes. So if you earn money on this side, you want to now put it on the right side, and you do that through a home-based business. And by having a home-based business strategy that I teach, it teaches you this is what other home-based businesses do not do. This is what sets me apart from the competition, is that I teach you how to now connect that business to your paycheck. Or if you don't have a traditional paycheck like an employee, I teach you how to take the tax deductions of your your small business or your 1099, and then you reduce your taxable income so there's more money shifted back to you. This is what makes me unique and powerful and in position to help you even the more. Because again, before you can grow money, you got to get the money back that you're losing. You have to get the money back that you're losing. Now, again, cryptocurrency. I'm going to make a website if you want to learn cryptocurrency, because you can't take it for granted that everybody knows about cryptocurrency or where to start, or if they're not purchasing junk cryptos, right? So if you want to learn cryptocurrency, you want to learn these tax strategies to first get the money back that you're making so you can have money to invest. And investing in silver, I'm going to put everything on one website, right? So they can make it easy for you to get in the assets that you're going to need to become richer in this reset. Also, this is a video. As I wrap this up, I want to share with you all that I told you about, reference about. I saw this on TikTok.
That is a $5
increase
cup
the
of coffee.
volume.
Some of you've got to practice money management. This is a free cup of coffee. Some of you've got to practice money management. This is a free cup of coffee. Aro, hold up your cup. That is a $5 cup of coffee. Now, if you don't have to practice money management, go get you a $5 cup of coffee and sip it all day long. But if at the end of the month you're like, I don't get paid enough, it's not fair that I have to live in these days with these wages where I've got a $700 cell phone and I've got a $5 coffee and I've got $400 shoes and they're underpaying me. No, you're just practicing the wrong thing. You're practicing complaining instead of practicing restraining.
Now, let me give you the Bible version of that. He said you're practicing complaining instead of practicing constraining, money management. Number one, if you're taking notes, please take notes for me. Take notes, because this is right out the dome. So I'm gonna have to go back and watch this again because I need to write this down, but I don't. Oh yeah, I got a pen here. Number one, you have to make more money. I would write it on my whiteboard in the back, but it's too much space. Number one, you got to make more money, especially if you're at like 50K annually. It's not going to be enough with inflation taking away 5,000 a year. And if you got a paycheck, the 4RS, I said the 4RS. I'm going to be thinking about the 401K. I said the 4RS. The IRS, you put the with IRS, it means theirs. They take 40% off the top. That's what I help stop happening so that money can shift back to you. That's called income shifting. So you have to make more money. If you're already six figures, say, Queen, I'm making six figures. What can I do? Well, now you got to maximize that. You have to maximize your money. Well, Queen, how do I maximize my money if I'm making six figures? By minimizing taxes. Because again, my six-figure people, the more money you make, the more the government takes. So you have to make more money. You have to maximize your money by minimizing taxes. And then you have to manage. In the Bible, those who manage money, reference scripture, Matthew 25 and 30. Those who manage money gets more of it. Those who manage their money, right, gets more of it. Another thing that TikTok said, you have to, right? You have to stop complaining. Instead you have to practice, right? Because you're practicing the wrong thing. You have to stop complaining and start practicing restraining. Now let me show you what complaining does. This is what complaining does. This is what complaining looks like in the Bible. There was a man at a pool of is it Bethel? I want to say it right. Or Bethusia. But he was ill and sick, right? And Bethesda, that's what I'm trying to say. The pool of Bethesda. And Jesus Christ, the healer, the symbolism of healing, the pool of Bethesda came upon the scene and asked him, right? He said, he went to Jerusalem and he said, do you want to get well? This is in John chapter 5 in the Bible. And but this is the thing, there was a great number of disabled people around him. I'm setting up this story for you for a reason. And I'm providing the picture for a reason. There was a great number of people around him. It was blind people, lame people, paralyzed. And there was one man who had been there for 38 years. I want you to analyze your situation and say, how long have I been struggling financially? 38, 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 means disorder and chaos, but it also represents a transfer of energy and wealth at the same time. 9/11 Twin Towers, when they were destructed, buried underneath the Twin Towers, was millions of silver and gold. Silver and gold is real money, it's God's money, and it is in the Constitution that silver and gold is money, not cash, right? So he had been there for 38 years, and when Jesus saw him, he asked him, said, do you want to get well? Now, who would, really ask that question? Who would ask a person that's obviously, disabled or had he was blind or lame or paralyzed? Who would, But you would think when someone asks you that question and you've been in that position for 38 years, a long time, your answer immediately will be just yes. Yes, of course. Please help me. You know what that man had? He had an excuse. But people have excuses. They are not serious about change. So you have to get rid of your excuses, right? All of them. And you have to learn what this man had to do was what was now crippling him, the burden that was crippling him. He had to pick it up and carry it. Jesus just not. And this is why teaching from a perspective that you just gotta name it and claim it, you gotta shout it out, you gotta pray it out. No, no, no. If that was the case, that man's healing would have been easy. No more required. So you know what this man had? He had excuses. And people have excuses today. You know, I always these wages, I'm not getting paid enough. But you have $1,000 phone. You have $400 shoes. You spend $5, $6, $7 on Starbucks or a cup of coffee every morning or weight loss tonic, which is the amount you can spend and or invest in a business. So you got to stop complaining and start restricting yourself or start retraining and restricting yourself of these things to get where you need to be. This man had it, and you got to erase excuses and expect extra digits. He said, I have no one to help me in the pool when the water is stirred. Now, this man is surrounded by people who are blind, lame, and paralyzed, but yet he wants the people that are blind, lame, and paralyzed too to help him instead of trying to help themselves. Some of you all are surrounded by broke people, and you want broke people to help you. Listen, you can't help the broke if you're one of them. He had an excuse, not an answer. He said, when I try to get in, somebody else goes down ahead of me. When I try to get in, because there was a certain season, a certain time that the angels came and they troubled the waters for healing. He had an excuse, not an answer. Do you wish to get well? Oh, but these people get in ahead of me. Listen, if other blind and paralyzed and lame people can get in ahead of you, then what's your problem? That's right, Paul Boy said, put the "the" in IRS is there. Right. That's why I really talk to you should be talking to your CPA just as much. If you're married, you talk to your spouse. You should be talking to your CPA throughout the year. I know I talk to my tax person throughout the year because you'll find in your financial transactions almost everything except unexpected accident or illness, and sometimes illness too, because people cannot afford better medical service. I've had people that credit was so bad and they was in excruciating dental pain, and they could not get approved for that is care credit to get dental work. Let me tell you, besides giving birth, and I've heard kidney stones. I never had kidney stones problem. Um, I'm thankful for that as well. I've heard kidney stone. But besides giving birth, it was nothing more excruciating when I've been in tooth pain. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. You just pray for an hour or two of relief. There's nothing more excruciating. And I've had people that could not get dental credit because of bad credit, and they did not have the money to afford the procedure that they need. Jesus did not say to him, oh my God, I feel so bad for you. Oh my God, nobody will help you get in the pool. Oh my Lord, just run around the church 10 times. Oh my God, just sow a seed. I'm good soul. Give me your money. It'll happen. Oh, just shout it out. Cry it out, slob it out. No, Jesus said, you pick up your bed and you walk. You carry that which was carrying you and you take action. Right? You take action. Erase the excuses. And you got to practice money management. You got to stop buying coffee that you can't afford or whatever what is your Red Bull, which is almost $3, $2.79 for a Red Bull. Are you willing to give up your Netflix? Are you willing to give up that alcohol $400 for shoes, $200 to $300 splurging on the weekend, going to the club. It's a lot of people spending money right now in the HBCU homecoming. I support Deion Sanders, but they spending $60 to $100 for hoodies and t-shirts when inflation is at an all-time high. And Market Watch just released that 26% between October and March is going to be the increase in price of utilities. BRICS nation are coming together. The US dollar is going to be dumped. Again, if you're just not coming in and tuning in, this is where copper and silver is going to be a great return on investment, and crypto. This is the inflation breakdown chart that I broke down earlier. Gasoline up 18%. Electricity, you're going to add another 26% to the 15% for this year. Milk is up 15%. Poultry is up 17%. Tax prepping in the county. That's why when I offer you the very inexpensive tax prep and accounting fees that you don't even have to spend thousands on getting from these experts, it's under $150, but people are going to pay thousands. That's up 10% to get your money back out of your paycheck, or to reduce your taxes if you're a small business. It's under $150. Tax prep and accounting is up 10%. Fruits and vegetables, 10%. Car insurance. If you have bad insurance, your car insurance more bad credit, your car insurance more than that, up 10%. Look at auto inflation rate, up 6.7%. It's higher than that in some areas. Used cars, health insurance, food at work or school, 91.4%. Airfare. So this is why you got to get the money back first. Investing is not a get rich quick, I guess, plan, but it is a get rich quicker plan, because you definitely don't want to get rich slow. Who wants to do that? The 40 year is gone. It left out with the 40 acres and a mule, right? Working 40 hours a week for 40 years just to retire on 40% of their income, when most people couldn't live on 100%. As Dr. Fields would say, how is that supposed to work for you? You can't live off 100%, and you think you're going to be able to live off 40% when you retire? People, if you got into something that only gave you 6 to 7% return annually, to become a millionaire, you'll have to invest $935 for 30 years. Cryptocurrency, silver, is going to reduce that time. It's going to reduce it. It definitely won't take 30 years with those, right? So let me read some more of your comments and I'm logging off. Chris says, hello, Allison. Hello, how are you? So if you have an opportunity to get residual income through these financial strategies that I'm teaching you all, then get it, because people are going to need their services desperately. You want financial services that's going to be beneficial and needed, not just needed, but desperately needed in this recession. Not everybody's going to patronize a bakery shop in this recession. Not everybody's going to patronize your new special cream that only 3 people can go to the Himalayas and get, that'll grow another leg back. Not everybody's going to desire beauty products in a recession. Some people are starting the wrong businesses at the wrong time. Do you do trucking preparation? Yes, we even go back 3 year on your tax returns, just to analyze, just to see if there's something that maybe your accountant paid out. And I don't do the work personally. I connect you to the expert that does. I'm leased on a 1099 LLC. I connect you to the experts, the CPAs that do it. And then once you get your results and testimony, you can share it with others and get more residual income by sharing it. All right, you all. Love you. Thanks for tuning in on Friday night. If you're watching this on a replay, hit the thumbs up. Right? Creating millionaires, one mindset, but multiple moves at a time. Right? Creating millionaires, one mindset. Start with your paradigm, your financial knowledge, your financial literacy, your financial education, and your financial implementation. Creating millionaires, one mindset, but yet multiple moves. It's just not going to be one asset. At least three of these assets. At least two with gold and well, not gold. Most people can afford $1,600 for 1 ounce of gold, but at least two: silver, and blue chip. The key is blue chip cryptocurrencies. All right, Popo or Truck, and reach out. That's my personal phone number, but I have several personal phone numbers. I usually get back ASAP. All right, you all subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Make sure that subscribe is in gray. Hit that bell notification. Queen out. Have a great night.